Good morning, folks. Welcome to two gentlemen discussing or pretending to discuss lettuce, but not really. I mean, we often say that we're going to talk about lettuce, but then we don't. And I'd like to apologize for that. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine. Why are you all of a sudden coming clean about our entire shtick here? What's going on?
Well, here's the deal. I realize that this is episode 99, which means the next episode, I believe, is episode 250. I'm not really good with numbers.
No. Why would you think that?
Okay, I'm not good with numbers, and I don't appreciate the ridicule. So
I know, I'm just curious. I'm curious about the train of thought here. Like 200, like 99, what comes after 99? Like, what comes after 9? Do you know what comes after 9?
210.
Oh my god.
210. 210.
Oh my god.
I told you I'm not good with numbers. What do you want from me?
So that's like really, really bad with numbers.
So here's the thing. It's episode 99, which means that I have spent 98 episodes being, let's face it, a ridiculous person. Like just an absolutely ridiculous person. Nonsensical, full of non sequiturs, things that don't make sense. Mm-hmm. And, I'm sure that our listeners have been thinking, enough already. Enough already, Greg. Give us the real Greg Benson.
That's what I want to hear. That's because, I do know the real Greg Benson. I talk to you when we're not recording, and you seem pretty real. Although maybe that's the fake Greg Benson. I don't know. Maybe the real one comes out when we're recording. But I can't imagine a real person being the way you are when we're recording. That doesn't seem like a real person.
No, it does. That's not a fully formed person. That's just a person who's always going for the joke and the non sequiturs and the nonsense. And and honestly,
why do you do that, Greg? Why do you do that?
I find it entertaining to myself, and I figure if I'm entertaining myself, I might be entertaining others. But listen, that's just me. I need to obviously talk about this with my therapist. First thing I need to do is get a therapist. And then I need to start going to the therapist.
Baby steps. Step one, get a therapist.
Well, step one, first of all, find a therapist. And then get a therapist. Wait, first you get the money, then you get the women. No, wait a minute. First you get the job, then you get the money.
Greg, you're doing it again. You're doing it again.
Then you get the women. I'm being ridiculous?
That was a non sequitur.
No, not really. I was just thinking about the movie Scarface.
Yeah? Why? Why were you thinking about the movie?
I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of it. You remember that scene where Al Pacino was like, first you get the application, then you get the pencil, then you turn in the application, then you get the job, then you get the money, then you get the women.
I guess it isn't non sequitur. It's more free association.
Free association. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a vocal group in the '60s called the Free Design. They did a song called Love You, and if any of you have never heard the song Love You by Free Design, go listen to that. You'll have never heard anything quite like it. It's a really interesting little happy song.
Are you bringing them up because Free Design sounds like free association?
That's correct. There was also a band called The Association. They did Along Comes Mary.
Free Association led you to The Association.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it has. Strange thing about the band The Association, they were just a band. They were not actually an association. It's a little tidbit for our listeners.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope you're enjoying.
Are you writing something down? What are you doing?
No, I was just touching my phone. My phone is on the desk, and for some reason I felt the need to touch it. Maybe I have OCD. I don't know. Do you ever see your phone on your desk and it's not quite straight, and you're like, I'm going to straighten it so that it matches up with the lines on my desk? I
mean, I do stuff like that all the time. Fidget and adjust things. Yeah.
I do that sometimes. I think, hang on. There's a pencil that's a little crooked there. I straighten that.
I do that with Windows on my computer. I'm doing that right now with a window on my computer.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Yeah. See, I don't use Windows. I use a Mac.
No, I know. I'm using a Mac, but there are Windows.
Okay, I don't follow you.
Okay, all right.
Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. This is episode 99, and you know what I'm thinking, Craig? There's a lot of pressure to do a really good episode 100. So
there's probably not very much pressure. We don't have to.
No, there's a lot of pressure.
I don't want to have pressure.
It's got to be special. It's got to be amazing.
I'm going to slough off the pressure. I don't want the pressure.
Here's what I suggest.
Okay.
I suggest that you and I, after this episode, after episode 99, we take a month-long hiatus. We take off the whole month of June. Don't make any podcasts. We've never had a hiatus before. We've always been sticking pretty much to one a week, unless we just miss a week. But I feel like we should take a month-long hiatus. And then
I think we already did a month. Did we not already do a month-long hiatus?
When you come over to visit here at the beginning of July, we will record some episodes in person, and the 100th episode can be recorded in person. That's what I suggest.
I mean, that seems like that should be the thing we do. But we could just do more episodes and then just say that we're celebrating the 100th in like 104 or something, or 105.
No, I think our viewers really need a break, and our listeners they really they need us to take a break.
Okay,
and they want us to take the month off.
They do. Do they? Did they say that?
I mean, we've had a lot of requests from our listeners recently, and I want you guys to know that we've heard you. We have heard you. So we're going to do what you want, and your number one request for us has been for us to stop doing the podcast.
No, I did not see those requests.
Yeah, there've been a lot of comments. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of snail mail. Every time I check the PO box, there's more letters and postcards from our listeners.
I don't think so.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even think I have a PO box. If I do, I have no idea what it is or where it is. But every time I've checked it, there have been messages from the listeners saying, "Please stop the podcast."
So you're making that up then, because you haven't checked it. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand either. It's what you said. It's what you said. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we're popular enough that we get haters. I think anyone who thinks we should stop doing the podcast, they just stop listening. They don't tell us to stop. They don't feel like we're invasive in their life because they never hear about us because we're not very popular. Okay, I love that you're playing with your hair. I love that.
I'm just making part of it stick up. I mean, this is just a visual part of the podcast, just for our viewers on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's pretty good.
It was nothing. It was nothing. It was you playing with your hair.
So, guys, this is the official announcement that we are taking a hiatus for the month of June, and we will speak to you again in the month of July. And I wanted to get that out in the first 7 or 8 minutes of the podcast because a lot of people only listen to 8 minutes and they're like, "Fuck this shit."
Really?
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Well, there's a lot of cursy people, very cursy people.
I think you're assuming that's what they say or think.
Yeah.
Have you looked at the watch time, the listen time, the analytics?
I do. I'm always looking at the analytics.
So 8 minutes is when people stop?
I don't know if we have analytics or if we do, where they are, but I'm always checking them every single week. I'm obsessed with data.
I think we do have them on YouTube. I don't know if we have them on our audio version. But
well, what's YouTube tell you? People on YouTube are, they're very impatient,
So it's just YouTube people? Like there are different people?
Video watch, because when you're watching a video, you have to put your attention toward the screen. It's not like you can have something in your ears and you can kind of walk around the neighborhood. No.
Yeah,
you got a screen. You can't just play a video and walk around the neighborhood.
I think with this podcast especially, you can. Yes,
well, then they might as well just listen to the podcast instead of watch the video. It doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe that's their preferred platform is YouTube to watch the thing or listen to the thing.
I don't know if you've ever used the word platform before. In 99 episodes, I'd like to go back and double check, but I don't know if you've ever said the word platform. And I want to congratulate you on just coming up with a new word.
So are you going to... Oh, it's a very old word, but also...
I mean a new word for you.
Are you going to go
this podcast,
listen...
Yeah?
No. Are you going to go listen to every single episode to find out if I said the word...
I am. And I'm going to transcribe them all. I just want to make sure... If I transcribe them, then I have to pay attention. You start and stop. You write it out longhand on a yellow legal pad.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any of the words.
Why?
Yeah, just because I don't. Do I have to have a reason for everything, Craig?
Well, for something as stupid as this, yes, you do.
Man, I don't know.
Seems like
I don't know
awful
if
lot of work.
I don't know
and if
what,
you're going to transcribe, you should do it digitally. That way you can search digitally.
Okay,
And,
I don't know if what you're saying now is slander or pander. I don't know.
You worked in the title of this episode.
Do you remember how last time we said that we would call this episode slander or pander?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing either.
I don't know if what you're doing now is. I feel like what you're doing is either slander or pander right now.
It's definitely not pander. It might be a little slander.
It might be a little bit of slander.
Yeah.
So maybe the episode of this is the title of this episode. I mean, is just called slander.
No, it's slander or pander. Here, why don't you slander or pander me right now?
Okay.
Or pander to me, I guess.
Okay, I'll pander to you.
Okay.
Here I am in my habitat of the zoo. Oh, I'm eating bamboo. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, I love bamboo.
So you think this is how you would panda to someone? Is that what you think?
I'm panda. I'm being a panda to you. I'm panda to you. I'm panda at you. That's what
pandaing me?
That's what you asked for.
You're pandaing to me? Is that what?
Panda. Look! Here comes my mate. I don't think I'll have sex with her ever.
Listen, Greg, I don't mean to slander you, but
this bamboo is delicious.
You are blatantly misunderstanding in an awful way what pandering is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I don't mean to slander you. I mean, I guess I kind of do.
Okay.
But,
all right, well, then I'll do the other one. If you don't want pander, I'll do the other one. Okay. Oh, boy, we're really getting this table nice and smooth. I got to use some more of this rough paper. Get this table nice and smooth.
Now listen, I see what you're getting at.
What?
But both of these are not like doing something to me. You're just doing something. Like you're just being a panda and you are sanding something.
I'm a sander.
Yes. You're sanding.
Because the episode title is called Sander or Panda.
I mean, we could call it that now. I mean, either one is not necessarily a clickable title. So whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Not clickable. I guess it's.
I mean, it would
clickable.
be if we did that. If there was some game we played called Slander or Pander, and we did it every episode, and we were consistent, and it made sense.
Yeah.
Then that title might work.
You know what I'm starting to realize, Craig, and I have to get real with you for a second. I'm starting to realize that even when I say to myself, all right, I'm not going to joke around on this episode. We're just going to have a nice talk and just be people, and I'm going to be I'm going to be real Greg Benson. I have a hard time not joking around.
You really do.
This is an issue that I have. I would call this a personality defect.
No.
I would, seriously, because if a person can't just be an honest, serious person, then
I think
when they want to be.
I know the impulse, though. When you start talking about something serious, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, no, people are going to be bored by reality.
I think that might be
I have to make a dumb joke. The thing is, they're not bored by reality. Most people aren't.
Yeah. I certainly don't. I don't want to bore anybody. And at the same time, I also don't want to amuse anybody.
I understand.
On this episode. Okay. I don't want to bore them, and I don't want to amuse them.
What do you want to do? Do you want to slander or pander them?
I really don't want to do either of those either.
What do you just want to kind of have a nothing episode? You want nothing?
Yeah, I kind of like an episode of Seinfeld. You know how they say there was a show about nothing, but it really wasn't.
I knew you were going to bring that up. As soon as I said nothing, I was thinking Seinfeld.
It really wasn't a show about nothing. That was a show about something. That show had a lot of something every single episode.
It was about people in their, I guess, 30s. 30s in New York, people who were just kind of nihilists.
Yeah, they were delightfully selfish, entertainingly selfish. You know, they were nitpicky. You know, one of my favorite things was Jerry's, his ongoing, role of girlfriends that would kind of come through, and why he'd break up with them because one would be a loud talker, one would be a soft talker, one would have
they were petty.
an obnoxious laugh, very petty. They
were making fun of the idea of people being petty by being really petty on that episode. Yeah.
See, now normally if we were doing a regular episode, I would go into something about Tom Petty. But I'm not going to do that.
Of course you would.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Now, I'm not even going to mention Tom Petty.
Okay.
Here's the thing about Tom Petty.
But you did already. Yeah.
Here's the thing about Tom Petty. when he played at the Hollywood Bowl, his last weekend of concerts before he died, I was like, oh my God, Tom Petty's at the Hollywood Bowl. I've never seen Tom Petty in concert. I want to go see him. And the weekend was kind of busy, and I'm like, I'll catch him next time. Mm-hmm. And let this be a cautionary tale to all of you listeners. Sometimes there isn't a next time. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is seize the day. If there's something that you want to do, don't put it off.
This was soon before he died, I guess.
That's what I just said. It was his last weekend of concerts before he died. You missed that part?
Oh, you said that. Okay.
I did say that.
Well, I guess the lesson here is don't die, I think.
Well,
I think that's
everybody does.
Well, I haven't yet, so...
Well, no, that's true. That's true. And we're all very thankful for that because we do enjoy you here on the show.
What, have you?
No, I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
This is I went on a walk this past weekend with my son. I have a son named Charlie, and we went on a 5K run walk for kindness. They were raising money and then giving it to kindness. And so I got this. This is a yellow. Or I'm sorry, is it yellow or orange? This is orange. This is an orange.
That's definitely orange.
They call it a cooling towel. Like when you're hot, you put it around your neck and you cool it. So I'm just trying to cool down right now.
So how do you give money to kindness?
Well, basically, you raise money.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do because the whole thing was free. And then you take all the money that you've raised, and then you donate it to kindness. You just donate it to kindness, and that way it makes people more kind.
No, that's not how money works. That's not how kindness works. That's
kindness can be bought with money, is what I learned this weekend.
Well, that might be true.
If you pay someone $1 million and you're like, be kind, just be kind, then they'll be like, for the $1 million, all right, I'll be kind. And then the moment that they're not kind, they have to pay you back $2 million. So it's really risk-free for you.
No, that's not how it would work. What would happen is they would probably be very nice to you and very happy that they got $1 million in that moment.
Yeah.
And then they would leave and then just maybe attempt to be kind for a day or two.
Yeah.
And then just be themselves.
I know. And then when they're not kind, then they owe you $2 million.
But they wouldn't. They would just avoid you. They would just never pay you.
How do you know? You think that they're not going to make good on their debts?
Yes, because that's too much debt. That's $1 million debt. Like they're not going to have that money.
Yeah, no, but if they're like a billionaire, if they have multiple billions of dollars, then a couple million is nothing to them. That's true. If they're like, I'm worth $300 billion.
Okay, no one's worth that much. But yeah. Okay.
Well, this guy in the story is. This guy that you give him $1 million and then he's not kind, and then he gives you $2 million back. He might even tip you another $1 million on top of that. He might even go, we're going to round it up to 3.
If we're talking about very specific and a very few people in the world who have billions of dollars, if we're talking about that, then this conversation is completely pointless because $1 million is nothing to them. So
I can't tell you if you're slandering me or pandering to me.
I'm trying to explain. I'm just trying to explain the illogic of it all.
Okay. Well, you're a pretty logical person.
I can be, yeah.
Yeah.
But not always. Not everything I do is logical.
Not everything. Most things. Most things.
Can you think of something I do that isn't logical? You said that like you did know. You did know. You said not everything.
God. Oh, give me a minute. Just give me, how much more time do we have in this podcast? About half an hour? Just give me just give me 30 minutes to think about this.
Oh, Jesus. No, Greg. No. I just need you to move on. If you're not going to answer, we just move on. You don't have to.
I really can't concentrate when you're talking, so I'm going to take my headphones off.
Oh, my God. 99th episode, everybody. 99. We're really bringing it out. We're pulling out all the stops. We're really doing it. Greg's sitting and thinking for a good chunk of the episode.
Are you talking right now? If you're talking, yes. I can't hear what you're saying because I don't have.
I'm trying to talk loud
Greg,
so you can
hear
hear
tell
through
what you're saying. I'm not
Yes.
wearing headphones.
I know.
I'm not wearing
you can-
headphones. You're
I
nodding
bet
like
you
you
can hear
understand
it.
what I'm saying.
I bet you can hear me,
You
though.
probably can't even hear me because I'm not even wearing headphones.
No, I can hear you. And I bet you can
Whatever
hear me.
you're saying, I don't even know what you're saying.
I bet because your headphones
you
are
can put
nearby.
your hand up, but
bet
I
you
don't
can
know
hear.
what. It doesn't matter what you're. You're going to have to write me a note. If you want for me to hear you, you're going to have to write a note and probably use a Sharpie so I can see it on the
Not going to
screen.
do that. I don't want it. You're not going to make me do work, Greg Benson. You're not going to make me do work.
All right, I got 28 more minutes. Give me 28 more minutes to think
Wait,
about this.
I'm taking my headphones off.
Hey,
off.
why are you taking your headphones off?
I'm taking mine off because
Craig,
now you can't.
why did
now
you
I
take
can't,
your
what?
headphones off?
I can't hear what you're saying. I can't hear
You're
what
not
you're
going
saying.
to be able to hear me if
I
you
can't
take
hear
your
you.
headphones off. Why?
I can't
What are
hear
you
you.
doing?
Guess what? I can hear you.
This is
the
not even
headphones are
going to make
nearby,
any
and
sense.
I still hear you.
What are you saying right
What?
now?
My headphones are nearby.
What?
And I still hear you. My
What?
headphones are
What are you
nearby.
saying?
And I bet you can hear me
I have
too.
no idea what you're saying.
You can hear me. Your headphones are nearby.
Are we going to do, Craig? Are we going to do the whole rest of the episode like this? Because I literally
Yes. See,
can't
I can hear
understand what
you.
you're saying.
I can hear you. So, yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
How can you hear? You can hear me. You just said I can hear you. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you took your headphones off, but you can still hear me through the bleed in the headphones?
Yes,
Oh,
that's why
cheating.
I
I'm
think
putting
you
my
can hear
headphones
me
back on
too.
now. This is just cheating. What a cheater. He's a cheater.
Hello. I took them off to prove that you could also hear me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know everything that you think you know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not so smart because you can't hear me when I'm whispering, can you?
Yes, I can. And now we have our headphones on, so I can. Yes.
Well, but if I speak really quietly, then you can't even hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can. And you're
All right.
getting really close to the mic when you speak quietly, so
All right.
I
All
can.
right.
Actually, I can hear you better.
All right. Listen, a lot of people have asked us to do this, so we're going to go ahead and do this. People want to know, what are 3 ways to cure a hangnail? I have made some notes, and we're going to talk about 3 ways you guys can cure a hangnail.
A
Here we
lot of
go.
people wanted to know
lot of
3
people wanted
ways
to
to
know.
cure.
Yeah.
They specifically wanted 3 ways?
Yeah, 3 ways to cure a hangnail.
Okay.
By the way, that's the title of this episode. 3 ways to cure a hangnail.
No, it's slander or pander.
But you already said that no one's going to click on slander or pander, so we're going to call
No
it 3
one's
ways to
gonna
cure a hangnail.
No one's going to click on this either.
But people are like, I have a hangnail. What are 3 ways I can cure it?
Honestly, maybe that would be a slightly more clickable.
Probably. All right, 3
title.
ways to cure
Yeah.
a hangnail. Number 1. Here's way number 1. You
Okay.
use nail clippers or small scissors to clip off the little piece of skin that's hanging over your nail. Okay?
Okay.
That's the first.
That seems very obvious.
That's the
yeah.
first way. Well, a lot of people don't know about that way. Okay?
I think they do. Yeah.
Okay? See, these are real things. All right. Number 2.
Yeah.
You buy a can of paint at the paint store. Then you bring it
Okay,
home.
here we go.
You
go.
You empty the paint, and
Yeah.
then you fill the can with strawberries. Then
Okay.
you go back
God.
to the store and you bring your receipt.
Why do you have to go to the store twice?
Because you have to bring back the can full of strawberries, and you bring it to the paint store and you ask for a refund, and you say, I can't paint my house with a can full of strawberries.
Yeah.
You idiots sold me a can full of strawberries.
Would you have to be so mean to them?
Well, that's the
Okay.
only way you can get through to them, because a lot of times they're going to be like, we put paint in this can. I'm like, no, you didn't. There's a little like on the outside of the can, a little on the bottom, but the rest of it's
Yeah.
just filled with strawberries, idiots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're probably going to say they put paint in the can because they did. Yeah.
But they didn't. It's obvious. If you open the can,
Okay.
it's full of strawberries.
Okay. Yeah,
Anyway.
because you put them in there. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
that's
Wait. How does that cure hangnail? How does that? What is that? We're
trust
trying
me.
to
Would you
cure-
just try it? If you try it, it will cure your hangnail. Would you just trust me?
Okay.
And 3, of
Okay.
course, is just ask your church-going friends for their thoughts and prayers. That's the
okay.
3rd way. And that goes for anything that you're trying to accomplish.
Okay. Thank you for that advice, Greg.
Yeah, you're welcome. Frankly, I would just stick with number 1 of those
Yes.
3 ways. I think number 1's the easiest
Yeah.
and usually
Number-
the most successful.
Yeah. 2 and 3 are equally useless, in my opinion.
Whoa.
but-
You don't believe in the power of prayer?
No.
What about the power of thoughts? Because we talked about thoughts and prayers. You believe in the power of thoughts?
Well, depending on what you're doing with those thoughts. Yeah, thoughts are good. But if you're going to take those thoughts and turn them into action, sure. Yeah.
Great. So if like you have like really evil thoughts and then you turn them into action, then that's good. That's a good thing.
Well, it will do something. It will accomplish something.
Yeah, okay. All right, good. So everybody have evil thoughts, then turn them into action. You're welcome.
No, that's not.
No, that's what you just said.
No.
You just said
No.
you wanted for people to have evil. Listen, I can't change. Now it's time for the patron only bonus section, starting now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon only bonus section, which apparently was refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
You just told me
there was
refreshing.
There was a brief moment there where you were being real.
I know.
Which was nice.
I know. I'm really only 100% real for the patrons.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if that's true because I don't know if you're being real right now. So.
Oh, shoot. That's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you know that catch-22, the phrase, came from the book Catch-22?
Oh,
the book didn't
absolutely. It's all about a guy who wanted to date a younger woman.
No.
And finally found a 22-year-old. And they're like, "Oh, what'd you catch today?" He said, "I caught 22. Got one." And he had he's the guy 45 years old, had sex with a 22-year-old, fresh out of college. She just graduated from Texas A&M.
The point I'm trying to make is
her name was Bernice.
It wasn't that the book was named after the phrase Catch-22. The phrase came from the book.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Because the book was named after the phrase.
No. That first part I said.
You're saying that the book just made up the phrase out of thin air?
Yes, it did.
So you're saying that a writer just made up words and phrases?
Yes, exactly.
I've never heard of a writer doing that before.
There were all sorts of different catches, I believe, in the book, and one of them was Catch-22. I haven't read the book. I can't read.
I did actually read that book when I was in high school. Don't remember a damn thing about it.
Wow. I
saw the movie.
I've seen parts of the movie. Bob Newhart's in that movie,
and so is Art Garfunkel. That is a Mike Nichols directed film.
Yes, he's good. I think.
Well, he was good. He's not good anymore.
Well, no, we can still say that he's good.
Well, you can say that his work is good.
Yes, I mean, you know what I mean. You don't have to bring up death all the time, Greg.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. I don't. I'm just saying, like, he's no longer around.
Sure.
And neither is Elaine May. Didn't Elaine May die also?
Who's Elaine May?
Oh God, who's Elaine May? You know what? I just want to end this podcast now. I just want to end this. Guy doesn't even know Nichols and May, like the greatest comedy duo of all time, on record at least.
Looking her up.
I would give it to Nichols and May. And people are like, "What? You wouldn't give it to Laurel and Hardy? What? You wouldn't give it to Abbott?" Well, I certainly wouldn't give it to Abbott and Costello. And I wouldn't give it to the Three Stooges either, because that's a terrible comedy duo. They didn't even know the meaning of the word duo.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they were going for duo. I think that was.
What? And if they did, they failed.
Yeah.
They could have called themselves the Two Stooges and Friend.
Oh yeah, did she direct Ishtar?
She sure did.
Yeah.
Didn't she die also?
I don't know. I can't even see a Wikipedia page for her.
Well,
it's because I'm in news. Because okay, there it is.
He's in news. Speaking of news, we have some lettuce news today.
No, she's still alive. She's still alive.
Okay, well that's good. That's good.
She's 92 years old.
Congratulations, Elaine May, on still being alive. She's going to be our guest on the 100th episode, and we're going to celebrate with her. Now, guys, it's time for
my
lettuce
God,
news.
really?
There is lettuce news, which was released 10 hours ago
Okay.
from Australia. How to keep lettuce fresh for more than 60 days. Little known trick stuns. Listen to this.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to keep your fresh produce lasting longer, you need to know about this lettuce hack. A South Korean cook who now lives in the United States of America has revealed
Yeah.
how he manages to keep his lettuce fresh for more than 60 days. Known as Mr. Rice on social media, the cook has shown how he stores the leafy greens in his fridge, purportedly keeping them crisp
They
for
have a lot of
more
peas there?
than 2 months. Believe it or not, this is a quote. This lettuce is more than 60 days old, he says in a now viral video as he pulled lettuce from a bag, and he showed his 1.5 million followers how to store iceberg lettuce to keep it fresh for more than 60 days. I hope you enjoyed that information, guys. That's
Wait. How did he do it?
Isn't that amazing? Not a lot of people know. Not a lot of people know that you can do that. And that is a helpful tip. That is a helpful tip for you guys.
What is a helpful tip?
Keeping your lettuce fresh. Not a lot of people know they can keep their lettuce fresh for more than 2 months. A lot of times lettuce goes bad after like 5 days.
That is slightly informative, Greg. That's slightly informative to know that there's a way to do it.
Yeah. Congratulations, everybody.
But you could just say what it is,
Well, listen, I got to leave something for the 100th episode.
Well, I'm looking it up now, and I see what he did.
Yeah, me too. I'm reading it now. It's fascinating.
Yeah, why don't you just say what he did? Can you just say
this
it?
is great.
It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that it works.
Yeah, it's great.
You
Wow.
gonna say what it? Yeah, Greg.
Here's the deal. I wouldn't recommend what he does, especially for people who are alcoholics, might be sober, might be 20 years sober and Alcoholics Anonymous. Because here's the deal. What he does is he soaks a sheet of paper towel in alcohol. He cuts off he cuts off the tip of the stem of the lettuce, keeping the head intact, cuts off the stem, and then he soaks that paper towel in alcohol, covers the stem with alcohol, and it keeps the lettuce from rotting. But I would think that since lettuce is kind of it's made up of water, that some of the alcohol just seeps into the lettuce, and then basically you're going to be eating alcoholic lettuce.
Probably is that. But yes, for an alcoholic, that's probably not a great thing.
I don't think that alcoholics want to do this trick.
No.
Another thing is you can take lettuce, tear it up into little pieces, and shove it into a bottle of tequila, and that lettuce will soak up the tequila and stay fresh.
You're making up that part.
I'm just thinking if this works, then that's got to work too. So that lettuce, you're going to have tequila lettuce that's good for the next
like if you're
3 to 4 years.
submerging it in tequila, that's it's going to have a different result.
It's going to really soak up a lot of the tequila, and then you add that lettuce into a margarita, and you have a chewy, crunchy margarita.
Maybe soggy.
Might be soggy, but whatever it is, it's going to be fresh. Yeah. It's going to be fresh, and you're eating lettuce, so it's healthy for you. You're not going to get a whole lot of calories from the lettuce.
True.
So
but you will be. Good. I mean, it sounds awful. It sounds like a terrible margarita.
By the way, on the page that I'm reading this, it's from Australia, and it comes with a video on the page, and the video says right here, it says could not download video. So
yeah, I'm looking at the same page you are right now.
So if that's helpful to you guys, there is that video right there.
Mine says this video is bad or in a format that cannot be played on your browser.
Wow. Okay. So this is great. So so there's that.
Cool. Yeah, they should probably. And this is from 11 hours ago, so you can understand that the video is only going to last so long on the internet.
Well, sure. Yeah. No, they expire. The videos have an expiration date.
Yeah, and this was 11 hours, so that's enough.
Well, she worked 11 hours and bought the girl some flowers.
A great way to.
I'm sorry. I messed up. It's he worked 11 hours.
Yes.
And bought the girl some flowers.
Okay. So a little known trick for preserving your videos is you soak them in alcohol.
Oh, that's all you had to say.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. All right, so 2 days ago, a story was released on dailymail.com. Wendy's customers shocked to find their burgers and sandwiches are missing a key ingredient. Wendy's is warning its customers that its restaurants have a lettuce shortage. It is blamed on heavy rain at its lettuce farms in California and Arizona. Wendy's is aiming to grow more lettuce in greenhouses to avoid weather issues. How about that?
Oh my God, yes. How could you have a Wendy's sandwich without lettuce?
Yeah, I mean, there's a shortage.
Never, Greg.
Yeah.
In my life.
The funny thing is
that
that news came out 2 days ago, and 3 days ago, I did a live stream on my own, and one of my viewers, I'm going to give a shout out to Graham Chapman's mom. Graham Chapman's mom bought me a Wendy's cheeseburger and fries and sent it to me, and it had lettuce on it.
Sent it to you in the mail?
No, sent it to me via DoorDash.
Oh.
She ordered it, and she had it delivered to me via DoorDash, and I ate it on the stream.
Wendy's, is it Wendy's worldwide? They're having a lettuce
Well,
problem?
it said at many of the chain's 6,200 plus restaurants. And by the way, can we stop calling fast food chains restaurants? Because I feel like a restaurant is where you sit down, a waiter comes over to the table, or waitress, could be a lady, could be a man, could be neither. Could be, they could be a non-binary. So a non-binary person comes over to your table and says, "Hello, I'm non-binary. Can I get you some food or
So they're
beverage?"
definitely non-binary now?
Yeah.
Is that,
A restaurant is a place where a non-binary person comes over to your table and says, "Hello, I'm non-binary. May I get you some food items or a beverage for you to drink?"
So if I get waited on someone who's binary at a restaurant, it's not a restaurant? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh no, that counts also. I forgot.
Okay.
What I'm saying is it can be any type of person, as long as it's a human being. Because it's not like they have squirrels that come around to your table and go like, "Hi, I'm a squirrel." It would be amazing. Everybody would go to the squirrel restaurant. They'd be like, "Oh my God, have you been to Squirrel?" It's spelled weird. It's like spelled like with only one R and no E at the end. Squirrel.
Yeah.
But everybody would go there. No, but here's the deal. So a restaurant's a sit-down place. I don't think that we can call fast food joints restaurants.
Yeah. I agree. When someone says I went to a restaurant, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's because if you went somewhere to eat, if you went to a fast food place, you can just say the name of the place because everybody knows.
Oh yeah,
it's a chain.
If a friend of yours says, "Hey, I went to a restaurant last night," you're not going to go, "Oh really? Which restaurant? Wendy's?" You're not going to say that.
And if you did go to one, you're not going to say, "I went to a restaurant." Why would you say, "I went to a restaurant"? You'd say, "I went to Wendy's. I went to McDonald's."
When my wife moved out here to Los Angeles many years ago, she told a story that she and by the way, I might be thinking of someone else, not my wife.
Okay,
my wife.
All right.
Might be thinking about my friend.
You have
Dave.
a problem confusing?
Well, it's either my friend Dave or it's my wife or it's someone else. So anyway,
do you confuse Dave and your wife often?
Sometimes, every once in a while. It doesn't matter. It's not
when
important.
you're having sex, or
every once in a while. It doesn't matter. It does not. It does not make a difference.
Okay.
Stop pressuring me. It's not even the 100th episode, and I'm feeling pressure.
My God.
So, so they said that when they were moving out to Los Angeles, they heard someone say, "Oh, Los Angeles has the best restaurant. You got to check out this restaurant." "Oh, great! I'll take recommendations." And it's a place called Carl's Jr. And so they wrote down, and because they'd never heard of Carl's Jr., moved out to LA and found out it's just a fast food chain.
Yeah. Where were they from?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Because in my my neck of the woods, it's called Hardee's.
Yeah, that is the same chain, different name. It's like Hellman's Mayonnaise is called Best Foods Mayonnaise west of the Mississippi. East of the Mississippi is called Hellman's Mayonnaise. I don't know why. Is it required? Do you have to change the name east or west of the Mississippi? Is there some business rule I don't know about?
Yeah, I think so. Because back in the olden times, Hellman's actually meant I'm crossing the Mississippi, so they had to change.
Oh, well, that makes perfect sense.
It's been really confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. Kroger also. The Kroger grocery store is different everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
out here they call it Ralph's. In Las Vegas they call it Smith's. It's all Kroger.
Yep. Here it was called Pick and Save for a while.
I believe that Fred Meyer's is also Kroger. I believe Fred Meyer's is the same thing.
Fred, is that a grocery store?
Fred Meyer's, absolutely. Here, let me just Google real quick. Let's see. Fred Meyer's.
Who are they trying to kid?
Kroger.
Why don't they just call it Kroger? Who are they trying to kid, Greg?
All right, let's see. Kroger, family of companies. Yep, Fred Meyer's is right on there. Does my Kroger card work at Fred Meyer's? Yes, it does.
All right.
Yes, it does.
What are they trying to pull, Greg? Why can't they just call it Kroger?
Listen to all the Kroger family of companies. Are you ready?
Okay.
The Kroger company family of stores includes Baker's,
and that's
City Market,
that's the end
Dillon's,
of the episode.
Food for Less, Foods Company, Fred Meyer, Fry's, Gerb's, JC Food Store, King Supers, Kroger, Mariano's, Metro Market, Payless Supermarkets, Pick and Save, QFC, Ralph's, Ruler, and Smith's Food and Drug. Mm-hmm. See, nobody knew until I listed those family of companies.
So the grocery store near us used to be called Pick and Save. They changed it to Metro Mart, which is another Kroger name. What's the difference? The store hasn't changed. Why did they change the name? Why did they do it?
I mean, there's got to be a reason, right? Maybe they're like,
understand.
we're not getting enough people to shop at Pick and Save. Let's change the name to Metro Market, and then maybe people will get more people. They'll be like, oh, good, new store. Got to try new store.
Maybe. I don't know. They didn't change it in other places around the area. They're still Pick and Saves.
Maybe those Pick and Saves get really good business, and this one just didn't. People are like, nah, I don't want to go to Pick and Save. I want to go to a better market. Something that has a market in the name.
Something that's like a metro. It makes me think of a bus in a city, like a metro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And that's the end of talking about Kroger. Now on to talking about other things.
Okay. That's good transitional statement. That's thought
you'd enjoy that.
Oh, so fun story. There was a big storms here last night.
Oh man.
And
is
we had to go down
scary?
in the basement.
Really? Oh, that big, huh? Like crazy windstorm?
And we lost power.
Oh my God, did you find it?
This morning we did find it. Yes.
Wow. All right. So tell me, what was the storm like? And also, was your daughter scared? Because I understand you have a daughter.
Yes, I have a daughter. You've met her many times.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Was she scared?
She was. She's a little scared. She often talks about tornadoes because she's learned about them and she's kind of scared.
And was it a tornado warning?
There were warnings, even though there were no tornadoes spotted. There was just a high potential for them.
I see.
And there was tornadoes in Iowa, like nearby, kind of. But we didn't get them. Ada was a little scared. We went in the basement. I brought down the Nintendo Switch and the iPad, so we had lots of distractions. So she was kind of fine.
Yep.
But and then the power went out, and we just had to walk around with flashlights.
Yeah,
and it was I don't know, it was kind of fun actually.
Okay, good. So you had it's like you had like a private little, like a little. Did you go to sleep down there? Did you sleep down underneath?
No. We eventually went back upstairs. There was a lot of high winds.
Yeah,
like in Texas recently, there was a lot of straight line winds.
Crazy.
That happened.
But now, why do they call them straight line winds? They go all which ways?
No. Exactly how it sounds. They just keep going. They nonstop straight line winds.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I could have figured that out. If I thought about it, I could have figured it. I mean, you just didn't give me time to think about it.
No. And I feel like a better person because I've survived it. So.
Hey, listen, congratulations. I think that sometimes weather can be downright scary.
That's true.
And I remember living in Dallas, Texas, and hearing all those tornado watches and warnings. And I was always thinking, like, we're in the middle of Dallas. You know, we're not gonna get a tornado in the middle of North Dallas. And then, sure enough, like 7-8 years ago, something like that, a tornado went right through my neighborhood. It didn't hit my old house, but it was blocks away. A tornado just touched down and just went like several blocks and destroyed a bunch of buildings and. That's scary as hell, right in the middle of Dallas. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
You can tell how much I'm raising my voice. I think it's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, the comfort I take in that is it's terrible, but when you hear about people dying in tornadoes, usually it's people who didn't take precaution, you know? So
I mean, here's the thing. In Dallas, we didn't have basements. So when there would be a tornado, my parents would put me and my brother in the bathtub and then put like blankets over us. I don't know what that would have done. I don't know if that would have done really anything.
That's true. Yeah. There is no basements down south.
There ain't no basements. And you know what? We don't have basements in LA either. I guess it's something to do with the soil.
Yeah. The soil and the water.
The soil and the groundwater.
Yeah. In Wisconsin, it's all basements. There's no above buildings. It's just basements.
Well, okay, now that's weird. That's okay.
That's pretty nice. Like once you go up, when you go to the top, it's like it's really open and there's a lot of space, a lot of room.
I don't think that's true because I've seen pictures of your house and part of it is above ground.
Wait, am I behaving like Greg now?
You are. You're being Greg Benson.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Well, this is why we need a hiatus for a month.
I think so.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. We appreciate all your support and your love, and we really are going to take a month off. It's been a long time, and doing this show, and we'll come back. We'll be nice and refreshed in July with new in-person episodes, which I think will be super fun.
It'll be very patriotic, too. It'll be the 4th of July.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Probably when we record or around then.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be very patriotic. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful... I hope you're all doing something this summer, like having a nice little break, maybe a little vacation, something like that. But I don't know about Craig, but I wish you all the best.
Of course, Greg, come on. Of course I wish them all the best.
Do you?
I wish you all the best.
Now I just feel like you're copying me.
It's the conclusion of the episode, Greg. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Have a great June, friends. We will see you in July. And
have a great June, friends. We will see you in July.
Oh, God. I'm confused now. I'm confused which mouth is mine.
I emphasize different words.
Yeah, you did. Bye, everybody.
We need to stop because I'm becoming you. Okay, bye.